Here are my Wallabies player ratings against Ireland and what was an absolutely cracking test match. Now, before we do get into it, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I really do appreciate all the support. This is one of my first few videos doing Wallabies content. I've always followed the Wallabies. I know the players very well. I like the Wallabies players a lot. I really want the Wallabies to do well, and I see a lot of potential in this team. But if you do enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button and stick around. There's going to be a lot more content where that came from. There's going to be the match reaction, the player ratings, the match previews, reacting to the team lineups, and of course the predicted lineups as well. So thank you so much for all the support. I will be responding to the comments down below. So let's get right into it. Starting off with Angus Bell, I've gone for an 8 out of 10. One of those guys picking up where he left off from Ulster. Really just plays so well when he plays in the Australian jersey for the Wallabies. He is just all over the park, a live wire, busy, physical, imposing himself, and really good at set piece as well. So an 8 out of 10 for Angus Bell. Moving on to number 2, Josh Nasser. I've gone for a 5 out of 10. Really not his best performance. Struggled at line-out time as well. It just wasn't meant to be for a guy like him yesterday. A decent performance, but not his best. I mean, he will hopefully get another opportunity to impress the coaches because they pick these guys because they believe in them. It's not just going to be one game, one poor game, let them go. I fully expect to see more from him, and hopefully he can play better in the next game. So a 5 out of 10 for him. Moving on to number 3, Alan Ala-Atoa. Decent game from him, his normal performance, good at set piece, good at scrum time, good around the park, making his tackles, getting through his work really well. He's one of those silent assassins that you need in every team that just does the hard graft every time. You don't see him much, but if you look at him, you see he's doing a lot of hard work, making a lot of tackles, chopping a lot of players from the opposition team as well. So a 6 out of 10 for Alan Ala-Atoa, one of the most important players in the team, but not spoken about enough either. I definitely do like him. Every time his name comes up, it's definitely difficult to read, but I do like it. Moving on to the locks, number 4 and number 5, Jeremy Williams and Josh Canham. Not the best performance from these guys. I thought Jeremy Williams was definitely better than Josh Canham. I thought Josh Canham really struggled yesterday. A few major mistakes, but that's the risk Joe Schmidt took with selecting him over some other guys that they could have selected previously, that they have selected, that are more experienced. But that being said, I don't expect this to be his last game for them. These mistakes he made can be fixed, and there was a lot of potential with some of the things he did. I mean, he is a good ball carrier. He is good around the park as well. He's a good tackler, but you can just see some of his tackle height, some of his decision making, some of the kind of the skill it takes to kind of get those skills done in the game just were lacking for him yesterday. So a 4 out of 10. Also at line out time, not the best. Hopefully he can recover from this, and I'm sure he will. And I'm sure being thrown into the deep end like this for a guy like him, he will learn a lot from this, and he will get a lot better from it as well, because you can see he's a massive human being. He's got a lot of potential in him, and for some of these guys, they just need a performance like this to just wake up and realize, okay, I know what I did now, this is how I can fix it. So hopefully these guys can fix it. And a 6 out of 10 for Jeremy Williams. A decent performance without being great for him either. Moving on to the loose forwards, I thought these guys were all great. I called it before the game. A phenomenal loose trio for the Wallabies. Rob Valetini, Fraser McWright, and Harry Wilson, all phenomenal players. I thought Rob Valetini was my standout from those three, and I thought it was quite evenly matched with these guys and the Ireland loose trio as well. But these guys came to play. Rob Valetini, I've gone for an 8. A bulldozing ball carrier, the primary ball carrier for the Wallabies. He showed once again why he is one of the best players in the world. And even though he is one of the best players in the world, he's still underrated and not spoken about enough. This guy is absolutely exceptional. The way he carries the ball, the things he does on the field, the impact he makes for the Wallabies, and we saw that last year against the British and Irish Lions. He didn't play in that first test. He came back for the second test. He was brutal. He caused the Wallabies to almost win that game just by having that kind of momentum on his side, just bringing that extra mentality of, we have this player now that you are not going to be able to beat no matter what you do. And he still looks like that right now. He is one of those players, he never loses a collision. He always runs over people, unfortunately for Sam Prendergast. He's just a bulldozing ball carrier. I mean, phenomenal ball carrier. We saw what he did to Jeremy Loughman as well, unfortunately for Jeremy Loughman, but that just shows a guy like Rob Valetini, an 8 out of 10, a phenomenal rugby player and not spoken about enough. Fraser McWright, I've gone for a 7 out of 10. Not quite the impact of a Rob Valetini, but he does impact the game in other ways. He's a nuisance for the opposition, and he did that once again. So a 7 out of 10 for him. He is all over the field at all times as well, with a very high work rate. Moving on to number 8, and one of my favorite players in the world. I still don't understand how this guy is so explosive, so fast, so skillful when like a Kieran Reid, he just looks like a normal average person, but he's a phenomenal rugby player. I've gone for a 7.5 out of 10 for Harry Wilson. Maybe I should have gone a bit higher. Maybe I should have gone a bit higher for all those guys, like 0.5 up, but I've already made it now. So 7.5 out of 10 for Harry Wilson, a phenomenal rugby player. Definitely there was a few things that didn't go his way in the game, but still, the things he does in the game, the way he impacts the game for the Wallabies, he is a crucial, critical player for this team, and he will have a lot more incredible games coming up. I mean, he didn't just make the World Rugby's dream team last year for the 2025 season last year for nothing. He's a phenomenal player. So 7.5 for him. Moving on to the back line now. Number 9, Ryan Lonergan. I've gone for an 8 out of 10. Really impressed me. Crisp service, quick service, energetic. He was there. He made a good impact. I thought Australia have really good 9s right now, but Ryan Lonergan, I was not expecting much. I was very impressed. An 8 out of 10. Looks ready to go. Can he just do this on a consistent basis now? Because that's the performance you need from the Wallabies. At high energy, high pace, quick service, crisp service. I mean, that just helps the backline so much, and it definitely did yesterday. Number 10, Carter Gordon. I've gone for a 7 out of 10. In my opinion, a very good performance. Yes, maybe not the best off the boot. That has to be said, not the best off the boot. But the way he pulled the strings, the things he did, he looked comfortable. He looks like not like a different player, but he just looks like he's in a different mental state right now. A good mental space with this team, with this game. And I really enjoyed his performance. And I think the Wallabies have good players in the fact that without him, they have Ben Donaldson as well, who's a good player. They have other guys as well that are coming through. So I thought Carter Gordon was good. I'd like to see more of Ryan Lonergan at 9 combining with Carter Gordon at 10. I would just like to see that more going forward, but let me know what you think down below in the comments. But a 7 out of 10 for Carter Gordon. Moving on to the other guys, number 11, Dylan Peach. I've gone for a 6 out of 10. Thought he was solid when he got the opportunities, but didn't really get that many opportunities either in the game. He is a physical presence. He's a good player. I don't expect him to be going anywhere anytime soon. He is a very integral part of that backline and a very good player in the Wallabies jersey. But a 6 out of 10 because I don't think it was his best game yesterday. But that being said, when it comes to the wingers, the ball has to come your way, and of course they have to go look for work, but sometimes it just doesn't come their way either. Moving on to the centers, Len Ikitau and Joseph Suali'i. I've gone for a 7.5 for Ikitau and a 6.5 for Suali'i. Maybe a bit low for Ikitau. I thought he was all over. He was a really hungry player yesterday. Good ball carries, very nimble on his feet, beating defenders, very powerful as well, all over. That's the one thing I like about Len Ikitau, is that he's one of those players, he plays all over. If there's an opportunity for a pick and go, he does it. If he has to play around the fringes as a forward, he does it as well. He gets himself so involved in the game. I mean, this guy has so many carries a game, so many tackles a game. He's all over every single game. So, Len Ikitau, 7.5, one of my favorite players in the world. And that name is such a cool rugby name, Ikitau. I mean, come on, I want a jersey like that. So, yeah, very good performance from him. A really good performance from Ikitau. Still not at his best, but he will get to his best throughout the season. And he did combine quite well with number 13, Joseph Suali'i, who I thought was above average yesterday. A much better game from him than we've been seeing recently. He was active. He was kind of got his hands on the ball a lot more. He had a lot more carries, a lot more tackles. Looked a lot more like he did in his first season playing for the Wallabies. But I have gone for a 6.5 out of 10 because he's there or thereabouts, but he's just not there where he needs to be to have that incredible performance. But he will get there. I am confident in that. And I am confident that he deserves to be in the team. But man, I would love to see Hunter Paisami come off the bench, because he is one of those guys. I've rated him so highly for so many years. He is one of those guys like a Bundi Aki that can come from the bench and just cause absolute havoc. Can you imagine a Taniela Tupou, a guy like Taniela Tupou, a guy like Angus Bell, Brandon Paenga Amosa as well. These guys coming from the bench with a Carlo Tizano or a Tom Hooper, with a guy like Hunter Paisami as well. That would be an incredible bench, and I just think he would add a lot from the bench. But that being said, Joseph Suali'i with a much better performance, but a 6.5 for me. Moving on to number 14, one of the best players in the world. That's why I have to rate him against himself, Max Jorgensen. I've gone for a 7 out of 10. Definitely wasn't the top Max Jorgensen performances, but still a very good performance and probably better than most of the other players on the field. He's just that good. He beats defenders for fun. I think he beat something like 4 or 6 defenders yesterday or something crazy like that. So a good performance from him. Not a phenomenal performance, but it's still a good performance from him. But when he has that 9 or 10 or 10 out of 10 performance, it's going to be absolutely out of this world. Almost like a Matthew Jalibert, where if Max Jorgensen is going to have a 10 out of 10 performance one day, it could be one of the best performances you'll ever see from a player, because he is just that good. And he's still only 21 or 22 years old. I think 21, someone commented the other day. 21 years old. That is just absurd for me to think about. He is one of the most incredible players in this team, and he's still only that young. So a 7 out of 10 for him. I fully expect to see a lot more from him this season. And then number 15, Jock Campbell. His first test in a while. I mean, it's been a long time since he last played for the Wallabies, but I've gone for an 8 out of 10. He looked really solid. He looked ready for the big stage, and I think he could play a lot more games in the number 15 jersey. He was really good at the back. He was solid. He played his role extremely well, and I have to rate him against himself an 8 out of 10 because I thought he had a really good game. But let me know what you think down below of those starting lineup player ratings there. For the replacements, I've gone for an 8 out of 10 as a whole. Those guys really brought a lot of energy with Slipper, Brandon Paenga, Mosa, all those guys from the bench brought a lot of energy from the bench. Taniela Tupou as well, Tom Hooper. All those guys brought a lot of energy, a lot of intensity. It just wasn't meant to be. And I thought, honestly, Australia played a really good game yesterday. It's just unfortunate that the scoreboard didn't go their way either. Ireland somehow found a way to win. Even if I don't think they were the better team on the day, they found a way to win. And I think the Wallabies, that's just the one thing missing for them, is just finding a way to win, because they can compete with the best teams in the world, and they've showed they have as well. So those are my player ratings for the Wallabies versus Ireland. Thank you so much for all the support. If you do enjoy the content, please hit the subscribe button and stick around. There's going to be a lot more where that came from, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.